What's happening, everyone? Hope you're having a good day. Today we are not talking in a TRD Pro, we are not talking in a Tundra, we are talking in a 2021 Supra, and this is the GR Premium 3.0. This is an expensive, fun, rear-wheel drive sports car, and I've had the car since Wednesday. It is now Sunday. It has literally rained every single day. So when you get a press vehicle like this, all you want is sunshine and good times to be able to, rip it around and do what the car is designed to do. But all I've dealt with is, just terrible, terrible weather. It is Memorial Day weekend, raining as we speak, but I've still been driving the car around, and actually it turned into a little bit of a blessing. Now, a lot of YouTuber guys out there have done reviews on the Supra since it came back out a model year ago, and this was going to be one of those reviews as well. I was just going to go over if there was anything different for 2021, which there really isn't much. The engine gives out a little more horsepower and everything, but it's a blessing in disguise, and I will go over that momentarily. So this car, real quick, just let's go over some things about it. This is the 3.0 Premium. Okay, so you get the 3-liter V6 turbocharged engine. It makes a little north of 380 horsepower. It makes a little bit more horsepower than the Toyota Tundra, so think of the size difference. This car is beautiful. It's got the BMW engineering in it. It's got the Toyota TRD racing engineering in it. They obviously, everyone knows this by now, they went into this car together to make it great for all of us. I know a lot of Toyota folks out there are not happy with the DNA from BMW in this vehicle, but I will be honest with you, I had a yellow one last year, and it is a pleasure to drive. If you've never driven it, you really got to get out in it before you can say anything. Don't knock it before you try it, because it's a really well-built vehicle. I mean, the thing is meant to go fast. The thing is meant to handle. The sticker price on this vehicle is right around between $56,000 and $57,000, depending on what you get in it. But it is just absolutely a pleasure to drive. Now, I know all that about the pleasure to drive and everything because of that yellow one I had last year, but like I said, since I got this car on late Wednesday afternoon, it has been nothing but terrible, terrible weather. So it's a press vehicle. Basically, if you don't know what a press vehicle is, Toyota gives me this vehicle for a week to do reviews on and make content on. There's been no content to make with this car, and because I'm a Tundra channel, I don't do too many videos when I get cars like this, because I know a lot of the Tundra faithful don't really care about this kind of car. We're gonna go out onto the main road here though, and I'm gonna tell you something that I did not know before this week with this car. Hold on, let's get up to speed a little bit. We're not gonna go crazy because it is wet out. This car is a lot more practical than I actually thought it was, and that's why I'm kind of happy, blessing in disguise, that it did rain. Some things I've learned about this car: it actually rides really good in the rain. It handles great. It doesn't slide all over the road. It has a very, very powerful engine, like we were talking about, but you can actually handle it in whatever condition you're in. It's not so powerful that the car is all over the place or anything. It can be driven like a normal vehicle, and that is what I'm actually very excited to report back to you. Instead of taking this thing out and finding the twisty roads like we did, with the yellow one, I've been basically driving this thing to work and doing my everyday stuff, because there's nothing to do with the car. It's been torrential rain. My basement's flooded. You're not going to take out a $60,000 Supra that you don't own in that much more than you really have to. So for me, it was kind of along the way of, what do I do with it now? But like I said, I was driving it to work and doing my errands in it, and I've actually come to be able to talk to you today about how much this vehicle is actually a lot of fun to drive. Still in the rain, always fun. Handling's great. The sport button is always good. It makes the exhaust crackle and stuff like that. But the car is not out of control. This thing can be driven. Listen, it's a 2-seater. I don't know if you can see it behind me or not, but there's just some speakers and a little trunk space. There's not much more than that in this car. You're not going to fit a family in this thing. But if you're someone, you don't have a family, you want something fun, You know, you could fit golf clubs in the back, you know, stuff like that. This car is an actual great time, and I'm shocked by that. I did not expect, I'll be honest, on Thursday morning when I drove this thing to work, I did not expect the car to be so good in the rain. I was kind of taking my time with it and everything, and then coming home, the roads were really bad. They were flooded. Car did great, handled well, didn't slip, didn't slide. This has a Brembo brake package on it. I mean, big 19-inch wheels, meaty tires. I'm really impressed with what is offered with this car, and you know, I really couldn't be happier. So here's another view for you as we drive around in this terrible weather. Just giving you a shot of the dashboard and the steering wheel and everything. It's a really, really nice layout. And this is where you gotta kind of be happy there's a lot of BMW in this vehicle, because it is a very clean looking dashboard. There's not a lot of extras. It's kind of straight to the point, especially for what this car is. This is one of those Toyota-esque less is more approaches, in my opinion. The car gives you everything you want, the great handling, the big engine, turbocharged, gets up to speed real nice. I don't know if you probably can't see this, but it has a heads-up display of your speed and what the local speed limit is. It has a great digital layout there. When you change it to sport, I don't know if you'll be able to see this as well, everything goes red. You hear how the exhaust changed? Hopefully you can hear the crackle. There's some crackle in there. It's a lot of fun. The heads-up display here for infotainment is great, easy to use. It's just a really nice, comfortable interior. You sit down into the driver's seat, it's like a little cockpit. You're completely separated from the passenger. But overall, the car is just an absolute pleasure to drive, even in the rain. So far, like I said, haven't had this car for a long time or anything. And we haven't had the great weather to do anything fun with it, but it is good times. And I'm happy to be able to drive it even in the rain, and it really has helped me understand a lot more about this car and what it does in certain weather and certain conditions, how it still holds to the ground really well. The handling doesn't change, it's still amazing. So if you're in the market for a Supra and you're worried about your everyday driving, like, you know, if you live where it rains a lot or there's adverse weather conditions, you know, maybe take it out for a test drive in the rain and see what you think. I have not felt any slippage whatsoever in the time that I've had this vehicle at all. And like I said, every single day has been awful, awful rain. It's like drizzling right now, and this is the least amount of rain we've had in a while. But the car, I don't feel any less confident as if it was dry out. It still holds the line really well. Handling 10 out of 10 on this thing. Such a fun car to drive. So if you're in the market for a two-seater rear-wheel drive sports car and you want some of that engineering out of the BMW garage with a Toyota badge on the front, don't listen to other people. Toyota was involved in this as well. This was a dual approach at it from two great companies. This is something you need to try. Any Supra owner will tell you, or anyone who's driven a Supra for an extended period of time will tell you how much fun this car is to drive. So give it a chance. If you're in the market, this may be something you want to look at. I'm definitely a fan, big time. And like I said, with these weather conditions, it just made me even more of a fan. So I loved it when I had the yellow one, and now I'm in love with it now that I have this one. It's in this really nice gray. It's a beautiful, beautiful car. So make sure you check it out if you're in the market and let me know what you think. But like I said, blessing in disguise to get it in the rain and really see what it's all about. And I'm happy to be able to bring you at least some coverage. I will try to get another Supra real soon, and we'll do a little bit more with it. But for now, this will be it because it is going back ASAP. But I wanted to at least make one video with you. But here it is. Let me know what you think about the Supra in the comments below. Until next time, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook at TundraDude34, TundraDude34@gmail.com. You guys have a great day and be safe.